Hello and welcome back to Apt for You. In this particular video, we will be discussing a new problem from linked list. It's quite very important problem, very commonly asked in the interviews, and the problem is flattening a linked list. So today we will try to decode this particular problem statement, and we'll try to solve this particular problem. So what do we understand by flattening a linked list? So the problem description clearly says that given a linked list of size n, okay, where every node represents a sub-linked list and contains two pointers. So every node, remember, has two pointers, a pointer called next and a pointer bottom. Next pointer points to the next node, that is towards the right, and bottom pointers points to the linked list where the node is ahead, which means towards the bottom. To be more precise, we can say, if you clearly see the diagram below, this is a linked list that is given. You see this particular node has two pointers, a pointer below it that is pointing to the nodes below it, and a pointer pointing to the nodes right of it. You see 5, so basically right of 5 is 10, below 5 we have 7. If you consider 7, below 7 we have 8, and right of 7 is null. Okay, similarly below 8 we have 30, right of 30 is null. Now if you consider 10, below 10 we have a node 20, that is bottom of 10 is 20, and next of 10 is 19. Again, if you consider node 19, bottom of 19 is 22, bottom of 22 is 50, 50's right is null, 22's right is null, 19's right is 28, 28's right is null, 35, 28's bottom is 35, 35's bottom is 40, 40's bottom is 45, and these all are obviously nulls. Okay. Now what is the issue basically? These are also null, right is null. Now what is the question? The problem is we have to basically combine all the nodes into a single linked list, right? So basically we have to combine all these nodes into a single linked list. Additional information that is given is that, you see, if you consider this linked list from top to bottom, is it itself is sorted 5, 7, 8, 30. Okay, if you consider top to bottom, it itself is sorted. Consider this linked list, this is also sorted. Consider this linked list, this is also sorted. Consider this linked list is itself is sorted, right? And moreover, if you just go from left to right, you see this linked list value node head node is greater than this linked list node head node. This linked list head node is greater than this linked list head node. This linked list head node is greater than this linked list head node. Such an architecture of the linked list is already given to you. Now to simplify, we can assume that this is nothing but cascaded linked list. What is this? This is basically cascaded linked list, right? You can see linked lists are basically cascaded, right? Side by side, they are present side by side. Moreover, they are sorted. My objective is to combine them into a single linked list, and the structure should be, as they have said, the flattened linked list will be printed using the bottom pointer instead of next pointer, which means we have to have the smallest node first, followed by suppose 7, 8, 10, 19, 20, and so on. Last node will be 50. Okay, last node will be 50. Remember, top to bottom you have to prepare the linked list, and the next of this will obviously be null, isn't it? Next of this will obviously be null. Okay, so as they have said in the question, so we are investing time in understanding the question first. Okay, it's very important. So every node represents a sub-linked list and contains two pointers. So next pointer, bottom pointer, I already showed you, right? Each of the sub-linked list is in sorted order, as I said you right now. Flatten the linked list such that all the nodes appear in a single level while maintaining the sorted order. So we have to combine them into a single linked list from top to bottom, right? Using the bottom pointers. We should not have next, but we should have like 5's bottom is 7, 7's bottom will be 8, and so on. Okay, bottom pointer. How to achieve this particular problem statement? First of all, let me increase the size of the screen. Okay, so let me just copy this particular example. So we will just copy this particular problem statement here and put it into comments. Alright. Fine. Yeah. Now we can increase the size of the screen. Great. So it looks fine. Now just understand what is our problem. So basically we have already understood our problem. Now how do we solve it? So for that, let me just first of all draw the linked list here. So if you see, our linked list is like 5, 10 here, followed by 19, followed by 28, right? we have at the bottom we have 7, at its bottom we have 8, at its bottom we have 30, right? At its bottom we have 20, at its bottom we have 22, at its bottom we have 50, at its bottom we have 35, 40 and 45. Now we understood that we basically have to combine them into one. So we basically have to combine linked list into one linked list, right? This is what we have to do. How many linked lists are present here right now? We have 4 linked lists. Let us do one thing. Let us simplify the particular problem. Suppose we just have to combine 2 linked lists. Suppose we just have to combine 2 linked lists, that is the first and the second linked list, right? So this is my linked list 1, and this is my linked list 2. We have to basically combine them into a single linked list, which should be nothing but 5, 7, 8, 10, 20 and 30. How do we do so? Can you write a function for it? Yes, definitely. The idea is, the motivation is basically the merge function. Remember the merge function? Merge function to combine 2 sorted linked list. We can basically use the merge function to combine 2 sorted linked list. How will it work? So basically I will declare a function merge, that will be node star merge. Fine. What are the parameters that will receive? It will receive the head pointers to the 2 linked list. It will receive the head pointer to the 2 linked list, this and this. So I will declare 2 pointers here, node star L1, node star L2. Fine. So basically I received the head pointers to the both the linked list. Now what should we do? We should basically put the the base condition. What will be the base condition? Now we are going to write a recursive function for merge. Recursive function for merging, right? We know how to write a recursive function for merging. So basically, suppose we have to combine these two into a single linked list, then what can I do? I will be writing a recursive function. So what will be the terminating condition? The terminating condition says that if either L1 is equal to null, suppose if L1 is equal to null, means you are trying to merge null with some linked list. What should be returned after merging? This particular linked list should be returned because it has some elements, it has no elements, and this is also sorted, and this is null, so obviously sorted. So suppose if I am trying to merge them, obviously this linked list will be the output. So what will I say? If L1 is null, then return L2. Return L2. Fine. If L2 is equal to null, means if L2 is null now, then what will you return? Return L1. Okay. So if you have 2 linked lists, one of them is null, then return the other one which is not null. Otherwise what we will do? Otherwise it will mean that we both have some nodes in the 2 linked list. For example, in our case we have this linked list 1 and this linked list 2. We will basically compare the first element of this with the first element of this, right? So how do we do that? We basically say if L1 dot data, isn't it? L1 dot data is less than L2 dot data. What does it mean? It means that if L1 dot data is less than L2 dot data, it means that this particular node is the smaller one. So basically this will be the leading. When you combine these two linked lists, this will be present in the first. So for that particular purpose, I will basically declare one more node. So I will be declaring one more node. Suppose struct node, and I will name it as result. Okay, basically the resultant linked list will be present here. I will declare one pointer, struct temp, right, which will point to result node, right? So basically this is a dummy node. So I will basically create a, let me erase this. I will basically create a result node. Result I have created, and temp is pointing to result right now. Fine. Now if L1 dot data is less than L2 dot data, for example in our case 5 is less than 10, right? Then what should happen? Result bottom. Why bottom? You remember the resultant linked list should be a single linked list from top to bottom, right? Vertically. And basically which pointer should be used to refer to the next element? The bottom element, right? As they have said in the question. So result bottom is equal to, I will say, the smaller element, that is L1. Okay, so point to the linked list with smaller elements. So basically what will happen, it will point to node 5. Fine. Now this temp will be updated to the node 5. So what will I do, I will say temp is equal to result bottom is equal to L1 temp is equal to result, right? And what can we say, we will say, or you do one thing, even if you don't do this one, this will also work. Result bottom equal to L1, fine. So what next, the next is what will be bottom of this, what will be the bottom of this. So that will again be decided by, we will write a new line for it. Alright, so what we did is basically we compared 5 and 10. We found that 5 was smaller, so basically result should directly point to 5, right? So we should just say result is equal to L1 result, right? RESULT we have declared, yeah, result equal to L1. And what would be the bottom of this, results bottom is equal to, do you understand the meaning? Basically it means that we had initially declared a dummy node result, right now result, and temp is pointing to this. So result is equal to L1, which means that this node 5 will now be referred to. What will be the bottom of this one? So result is basically referring to this. What will be the bottom of this particular 5 node, means the next smallest, the next larger element, the next smallest element. So how will I get that? Again I have to compare this part of the linked list with this part of the linked list, right, in order to get the next smaller element. That is why we are going to use recursion here, that is a recursive call. I will say merge the remaining part of the linked list. So which linked list? Here I have already selected 5 from this particular linked list, so I will say L1 bottom, okay, because I am excluding L1 from that. So L1's bottom, merge L1's bottom comma L2, fine. So L1's bottom means it is pointing to this particular node, and L2 means this particular node, so entire linked list. So from here 7 to 30, 10 to 20, this will be considered for finding the next element, results bottom. So how will this be decided? So what will be here, this will be a recursive call again, getting the point? Now what if L1 data is greater than L2 data? In that particular case again, if L1 data is greater than L2 data, it means that the larger element is present in the L2's list. So for that I will say result equal to L2. Got the point? And again result bottom, how will that be decided? Again that will be decided by a recursive call on merge L1 comma L2 bottom. Got the point? So this is how this particular merging will take place, and what will you get as the output? So basically what I will get as the output is 5, 7, 8. So let me explain you how am I getting this. So remember I just found out 5. So what will be 5's bottom? 5's bottom will again be a merge recursive call on 7, 8, 30 and 10, 20. Again you will be comparing them, 7 and 10, which is the smallest? 7. You found out 7. How will 7 bottom be decided? 7's bottom will be decided by a recursive call on 8, 30, 10, 20. Okay, this will be passed. So this linked list will be considered, and this linked list will be considered. Again 8 is the smaller. How will 8's bottom be decided? 8's bottom will be decided by passing this address and this address. Again 30 and 10, which is the smallest? 10 is the smallest. So I'll consider 10. How will 10's bottom be considered? L1 comma L2 bottom. So L1 is right now pointing to 30. L2's bottom basically means 20. Here is pointing here. So which is the smallest? 20. 20 will be given here. How will 20's bottom be decided? Again recursive call, merge L1 comma L2 bottom. So L2 bottom is nothing but null, and you have here 30. So obviously 30 will be returned, right? As I said here, if L2 equal to null, return L1, so return 30. Fine. So see, we got our merged linked lists. Okay, these two linked lists were merged into a single linked list. This was null. What should we do now? Now basically the result next, because result is pointing to this particular first node, right? So result next we should write here. We should basically write here, once this entire merging is complete, we should write here result next is equal to what? Null, right? And what should we return? We should basically return result. I hope you got the point. So this is how we can basically merge two linked lists into a single linked list, and this will be used in the problem. You see, we actually have to merge it. So first of all, it was very necessary to understand the fundamental tool that is required. So basically we have to merge it into a single linked list, and we have to return the result, that is a result pointer that is pointing to the final linked list after merging them into a single linked list. And also we have to update this to null, isn't it? That is why I'm doing here result next is equal to null, and then finally returning result. Now what is the challenge? The challenge is you don't have two linked lists. How many linked lists we have? We have 4 linked lists, right? So how do we solve that particular problem? You see here, using recursion again. So 5, 7, 8, 30. You have 10 here, we have 20 here, we have nothing here. We have 19, we have 22, we have 50, we have 28, we have 35, we have 40, and we have 45, right? Now you see, we basically have to combine them into a single linked list. Now if I ask you which node will be present first in the combination, obviously since they have said that the linked list is in sorted order, so means top to bottom is increasing, left to right is also increasing. So top to bottom, the size of the nodes, value of the node is increasing, left to right, the value of the node is also increasing, which means that the smallest element is this one, right? This is the smallest element. So what should I do first? First of all, these two linked lists should be merged into a single linked list, right? Which means that if I have 5, 7, 8, 30, I have 10, 20, 19, 22, 50, and 28, 35, 40, 45. Okay, so which basically means that first of all, let me just erase this. So why can't we develop a recursive technique in which these two basically will be merged into single linked list first? So suppose this is L1, L2, L3, L4. So L3 and L4 will be merged to L5. Then L5 will be a single linked list. Okay, that will also be sorted. So L2 and L5 will be merged to L6. And finally L1 and L6 will merge to L7, and L7 will be returned. That is the output that we need. How can we do so? So for that particular reason, what will I do? I'll write the flatten function here, recursive. How will it work? We will say basically what is the base condition. Now you see, the moment I arrive, the moment I will pass the address to this node, this will say, okay, before me you have to combine the other linked lists. So it will go here. Now this will say before combining me you have to flatten other linked list. So a control will come here. This will say before flattening me you have to combine other linked list. The control comes here. Now this will say before combining me or before flattening me you have to flatten other linked list, and the other is nothing but null. So the base condition I should put here is if root is equal to null, okay, or if you get roots right is equal to null, then we will just return head. What does it mean? It means that suppose I passed 5. So I passed 5. Now the suppose okay, we will see further, no problem. I will explain you this. Now what to do next? Now we will basically say root right equal to flatten root of right. Okay, what does it mean? And we will say root equal to merge root comma root of right. So how is it working? Then we will return. Just understand the recursive function. So initially what happens is this 5 will be passed. Okay, initially root road what will be passed? 5 will be passed. I will come inside. Root equal to null, false. Root right is equal to null, false, which means there is a possibility that there are more linked lists ahead. So I will basically say root of right is equal to flatten. So basically I am considering node 5, this linked list 5, 7, 8, 30. So what will be the right of that? Right of that will be basically equal to flatten root right. I am calling this function flatten again recursively on root right. So root right is nothing but 10, 20. 10 and 20. So I am passing the address of 10. You see, root right is nothing but 10. So again flatten function will be called here. Now this is not null, and its right is also not null because right is 19. So what will it say? It will say again flatten 19, 22, 50. Flatten this linked list. Again this is not null, its right is also not null, because its right we have 28, 35, 40, 45. So what will happen? It will say, before flattening me, you have to flatten the linked list beside me. So 28, 35, 40, 45. Now you see, this root is not null, but its right is null. That indicates that we have come to the end of this particular linked list. The cascading linked list, we have come to the last linked list. So now we understood that, okay, when I was at this particular point, I said that 19's right will be equal to, right here, 19's right is equal to flatten of 28. Getting the point? 19's right is nothing but flatten of 28. So flatten of 28, we know that what will it return? Flatten of 28 will return head. Why? Because root right equal to null. 28's right is equal to null. So basically what will happen? Control comes here again. So now if you consider the flatten call on 19. So here what was happening? I did flatten 5. Control comes here. It said flatten 10. It said flatten 19. It said flatten 28. Flatten 28 returned here. What did it return? It returned the address of this node. So which means basically now we have 19, 22, 50, 35, 40, 45, right? And 28. So see, I will merge root. So if I am considering, so now see, this recursive call has ended, flatten 28 has completed. If you come under flatten 19, flatten 19 first operation was doing root right. So root right's value it have received. What is the root right value now? 28, because it has said that root right is nothing but equal to flatten root right. You see, when there was a recursive call on 19 recursive call, it said that root right equal to flatten right, means its right will be nothing but flatten root of right. So flatten root of right is nothing but 28, right? It returned 28, flatten 28, returns 28. Now you have to basically merge root, means root is pointing to 19 for this particular recursive call, and you have here 28, right? So you have to merge these two. So what will I do? I will call merge function on root, the present root, and root's right. So root right was basically 28. What will happen? It will combine into a single linked list. So if it is combining into a single linked list, so obviously what will be it? It will be nothing but, you see, it is combining into a single linked list wherein we have 19 first, followed by 22, followed by 28, followed by 35, followed by 40, followed by 45, followed by 50. Done. And what am I returning? I will be returning the root. So root is nothing but, once you form the merge function, obviously the result node, right? The root is nothing but this 19, the first node here, 19 will be returned. So now control comes to this flatten 10 recursive call. So this recursive call has completed its job. Flatten 10. What was the first task of flatten 10? The first task that was performed under flatten 10 was initializing root right. Flatten 10, suppose 10 was passed. So flatten 10 will basically, this was false because right of 10 we had 19 and 10 was also valid. So it did not execute. It came here. Root right is equal to flatten root right. So 10's right was basically flatten of 19. Right, so we basically call this now root equal to merge this linked list and this linked list. So current root is 10 and it's this root right is basically 19, right? Root right, what did it return? Root right has the address of 19, right? So this will also be merged. This will be merged into a single linked list that will be nothing but 10, 20 followed by, we will be having 19 here, 10, 19, 20, 22, 28, 35, 40, 45, 50, and this will not be there because we have merged them into a single linked list. Getting the point? You see how beautifully recursion is helping us to solve this particular problem. Now flatten 10 is completed. This was the recursive call. This has completed its job. What is flatten 5 doing? Flatten 5, first of all, it did was, it will check whether 5 is null or 5's next is null. So initially this was not null, its next was also not null. So what did we do? We find that root's right, basically 5's right will point to whatever address is returned by flattening of 5 right. So 5 right is 10. The flattening of 10, what did it return? Flatten of 10 had returned the address of 10. So we got this configuration. Now basically we will merge this and this. So merge root, that is this one, and root right is pointing to this. So merge these two linked list and you will get the output linked list as 5, 7, 8, then you have 10, 19, 20, 22, 25, 35, 30, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 and 50. So this is your result now. Okay, this is the root now, pointing to 5. Done. Again it will say return. So we'll again return root. So once we return the root, what should we do? Once we return the root, we should say basically that's it, the flattening is complete, isn't it? So once we return the root, we got our answer. The job will be complete, right? So roots right will also be initialized to null because of this particular function. You see, while we were merging them, while we were merging these two linked lists, the finally what will happen? Results next will be null. So basically this will be pointing to null. Result will pointing to this, isn't it? And finally we will return the root. So yeah, let us just compile and check whether this particular code is working fine. I hope I have not made any silly mistakes. Okay, L1 dot data I am writing. I should write L1. I should use this for accessing it. L1 data, L2 data, and anything else. Fine. There might be some silly syntax errors. I should combine. I should use it properly. Struct temp is equal to result. Okay, let us see the error. So basically it will be basically struct node temp, and I have not used temp anywhere, right? I was trying to use it, but I have not used. So basically I can comment it, not required. What is the problem? Okay, let me see some syntax errors are playing. Alright, I have basically declared a dummy node, so I should write struct node equal to malloc struct node result equal to struct node star. I should allocate space, right? Malloc struct node size of struct node. Right. What's the next error? Result bottom equal to merge. Okay, merge is the function. Okay, let me just write it small m. Root right. Okay, actually it is root next, isn't it? Root next. Why next? Because here the structure of node, here you see they have used next and bottom. Okay, since it is to the right, I am just writing it right, but it is not the code. You have to write it root next, right? Wherever you have written right, you have to write it next, because the syntax that they have followed here, the structure definition is next. Okay, the concept is the same, only because they have declared it as next instead of right, so I am writing next. Anything else? So it is really challenging, you know, coding and explaining at the same time. So that is why we are just encountering some mistake. Again, see root right I have written here. So it will not be root right, line number 149. So this will be root next. Right. I think there is one more error last. Okay, so this is return basically root, not head, root. And this is spelling mistake here. Yeah, so finally we have done it, guys. So let us submit the code. So silly mistakes obviously occurs because, you know, we are just trying to explain and code it at the same time. So yeah, anyways, it was a good experience. I hope this video was very helpful. In case of any doubt, please feel free to put your doubts in the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe. So that was the concept of flattening a linked list, very important, and I think 30 minutes worth investing for this particular problem to understand, so that you can just come out in flying colors in your interviews. So yeah, considering the space complexity, obviously we are doing recursion, it will take space, auxiliary space will definitely be required. Time complexity, because we are traversing the entire nodes, so time complexity is obviously order of, you know, total number of nodes are m into n in the worst cases, right? Yeah, that's all from my side. So please put your doubts in the comment section if any, and like, share and subscribe. Thank you.